Alright guys, Tom Gunn here again with you today. It's been a little bit, been working on some stuff around the house. And what I have for you here today is a tool haul from eBay, as well as, of course, SK. So let's jump into it. So in here, I have an item from the SK Steals and Deals, and I'll take you through that and show you kind of what the deals were this week, as well as what I purchased, and maybe we'll still end up purchasing. In here, I have a set of nice Husky USA made wrenches that dates back to the early 2000s. This is a set that I've made a video on a while back, and I'm not going to go through it, so I'll put it at the end again for you to see if you haven't seen it. But these wrenches were made by Stanley back in the early 2000s for Husky. Some speculate that they were made for Mac as well, which I'm sure they were from everything I could tell. And they're just a really nice long panel, just as long as Snap-on or any of the tool brands at that time wrench. Really nice chrome, nice beams on them, really nice fit and finish. And when I made that video, I said, hey, I really would love to get a set of these in metric if they come up. And, you know, that was several months ago, probably almost a year ago I made that video. And then, I don't know, several months ago I get an email from a subscriber saying, hey, Tom, and his name was Mike James. So, Mike, thanks so much. He's like, I came across those wrenches you were talking about, and they're actually a metric set, and they seem like a reasonable price, and he shot me the link. He said they might not be the exact vintage you're looking for, but they're definitely the ones that you had in your video that you said you wanted to get another set of. So here they are. They're packed really nice. I think they were $55 and free shipping, plus I had to pay tax. So for $60, we'll see what I got here. Look at the condition of these wrenches as I'm taking them out here. Are they just beautiful or what? They're shining, and he put in the description that they were basically never used, and that's the way they look to me. Very nicely packed as well, so appreciate that, and got myself a lot of towels for the shop. One of the other items that was in the listing is what I'm showing you here, and it's some ignition wrenches, metric ignition wrenches, and this was considered a bonus item, and I was like, hey, you know what? Don't need them, but since then I paid about $60, that's a $20 bill all day. I always grab those when I could find them at garage sales, estate sales. You'll see those ignition wrenches because they used to come in kits and sets all the time, and I always grab them. If you see them and you're into selling stuff on eBay, you should grab them as well, because those sell really quick on eBay. $20 with shipping all day long. And here I am just laying them out. Okay, so if you remember, probably about a month ago, SK had on the Steals and Deals these organizers. I don't know if you could use them for screwdrivers, you could use them for really stubby wrenches more so, but it just happened to work out perfect here for these Husky wrenches. It doesn't fit the 19 millimeter, which, hey, I'm okay with. I'm not a big fan of these satin finish wrenches, but this was also in the set as well. I'm more into I like the polished professional long panel wrenches. So this will go in the drawer, and who knows, if I need it in time, I'll use it, or I'll end up selling that. But maybe I could get a 19 in the polished. Maybe I can get some of the missing ones in here, because I am missing a few, and I think that's just probably the way they came, you know, especially back in the 2000s, early 2090s, when you bought metric sets, a lot of times they skipped, especially Craftsman and probably Husky. Maybe not so much when you bought from Snap-on or Matco, but definitely you did see skips. So what this does have is a 7 and an 8, but it skips the 9, has the 10, 11, 12, 13, skips the 14, has a 15, has a 16, has a 17, has an 18. So that's what I'm looking at there. Who knows, maybe in time I can fill in the missing pieces there. Just to show you, just like I was mentioning earlier, a comparison. Here's a Snap-on. That's a 14, which I skipped though. Here's a 13 Snap-on. So just to show you the lengths, identical lengths, really nice when you compare them with the beams. Obviously it's a 6-point sort of fit and finish on that. You can't really compare. I'm not trying to compare them to Snap-on, obviously, from the standpoint that I do believe Snap-on is a better quality made wrench, but hey, you're not going to find a set like this
for 60 bucks, right? So basically $6 a wrench is what I paid. And if you really take into account that I got this wrench and this $20 bill here, I definitely a lot cheaper than Snap-on. And I really just enjoy rare tools, and I like the older USA made stuff that you can't find anymore. So for me, I just enjoy collecting them. And I should say, I also do enjoy using them for sure as well. And I've been using that SAE set for a while. And I mentioned earlier about the vintage. This is the vintage I'm really looking for. And the year on this one's got to be a little bit older. Just to compare it to roughly our same size wrench here. As you can see, just the imprinting's a little bit different. I really like the way they stamped this older model. I like the way they did the printing on the back, and that's what I meant by not the same vintage. They didn't make these for a long period of time. These, they are even harder to find. They're just a little bit bigger on the fonts, and the imprinting's a little bit deeper, and almost the chromes seems a little bit better than the ones that were a little newer. All right, next up, Steals and Deals from SK, and you know this is some of my absolute favorite tools in the world. I love my SK. And this here is a 12-inch pair of the slip joint, flush joint, whatever you want to call them, pliers. And these are the 12-inch tongue and groove pliers. I guess they're technical names. I call them channel locks and a lot of other names. But looking at these, you could see the quality on these is amazing. I will show you a little bit of a comparison. Like I said, I love that flush joint. They got a little sticky tackiness to it. Looks like some sort of coating so they don't rust. And I will definitely be using the maxi film on this, as I've been using on all my tools that I've been getting recently. And if you haven't seen my video on that, check it out. I've done some really cool stuff with that, and I'm going to probably do an update video on that at some point, because I've been having a lot of success with it. All right, so let me just show a little bit of a comparison with this and then the rest of the Steals and Deals. And here's a look at my pliers draw. And what I want to do is show you just why I picked these up. For 25 bucks, I thought that was a pretty good deal. They say they retail for 50. I know you could buy the channel locks probably in the same size for $20 without any deals. But hey, it's still a pretty good deal. So this is the most closest size I have in the SK, and this is the 10-inch. And you could see there is a substantial difference on these when you look at that from just the widths and the size. So this is definitely a beefy pair of pliers, and you gotta have a pretty big hand, but you really don't, because you're never going to use it in that capacity. You're always going to, if you're using a pair of pliers this big, you're going to have it opened up, and then that obviously will make your handle a lot smaller and easy to grab. But the only other pliers I had that was relatively large was this old pair of Sears. And as you can see here, they're not even as big. I think this is an 11-inch pair. And this is not even a USA-made pair. It's just a cheap pair of Japanese, made in Japan, crafts. Well, they weren't even craftsmen. That was the Sears brand, the house brand. And then a while back, you remember I picked these babies up. And this has a really nice opening when you need to do things, but just a different purpose. And you could do some things that are similar, but really needed this pair, and that's why I picked it up. So I normally do a Steals and Deals video with you guys right away when something comes out new. This month, just nothing that exciting, so I just waited till I got around to this video. And these items in here are still available, and you can still go on to SK Steals and Deals and grab them. As you'll see, some are sold out now, but you got the punch there, you got the pneumatic bolt rattler, the 3H drive chrome extension. A lot of these items have been on Steals and Deals before. Not sure what the difference is on this mechanics glove versus the impact glove that I got last month, except that the price is a few dollars more this month. And there's the tongue and groove pliers that I just shared with you guys, and just a lot of 1-inch impact stuff here, as you can see. There's a sold out 5.5-inch locking impact extension. That was a pretty good deal. I can't remember what it was. I think it was about $25. And just more of the 1-inch impact drive sockets. This looks like we got a sellout here on the 10-ounce soft face hammer. I'm not sure, can't remember the original price was in the $20 range. I thought about picking up this lineman's pliers, but I just really don't need another pair of linemen's, and I have several of the Craftsman ones, which were the Western Forge, that are basically the same thing. And I'm still debating this 3/8 drive LP90 teardrop. Pretty good deal for 52 bucks. Every day I look at it and I'm like, I might pull the trigger, I might not, and we'll see if I end up grabbing that before the deal expires. And then here's just a couple more items. And those wrenches in the past have been cheaper on steals and deals, so nothing super exciting this month, but hey, if you're interested in any of these, they're still available. So check this out, guys. I get home the other day and I have a box from SK and I'm like, what the heck? I don't remember ordering anything. And so I open it up and I thought maybe it was the Socket of the Month Club or something, but I just had received that not too long ago. And what's in there is a 3/16 hex key, long one, and part number 8407. And the only thing I could think of is that I warrantied out a bunch of stuff several months back, and sometimes the stuff trickles in as they warranty stuff out. And that's the other thing that's so important to remember about SK, is that they do have a great warranty. They stand behind their stuff. So when you talk about, yeah, you could find channel locks for 20 bucks, but what a pain in the neck if you have to warranty out a channel locks item versus an SK item that you would just send it back, no questions asked, and you get it back. Usually pretty quick, but in the case of that one, it seems like it's been a while because I forgot I even warrantied it. Alright guys, thanks for checking out my tool haul today. Please like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. If you like tool hauls, if you like tool restorations, if you like tool reviews, that's what I do on this channel. Really appreciate you guys all watching. And remember, the world has enough guys, so be a man.